Are you thinking about creating a YouTube gaming channel? If so, stay tuned for an in-depth look into all the equipment you could possibly need. Hi everyone, Cody here. So if you're subscribed to my channel already, you'll know I make gaming content, from gaming highlights to montages and even simple commentaries. And if you're new here, then hello and welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I've been on YouTube since 2011. I might not be the biggest YouTuber, but I've gained a lot of knowledge and used a lot of equipment over the years. Hopefully I can share that with you in this video. And before we get started, I just want to point out you will need all of the basic obvious equipment, such as a gaming console or gaming PC, if you're a PC gamer, along with a TV or monitor and all of that other obvious equipment. But anyway, let's get started. First of all, the main piece of equipment you will need is a decent capture card or screen recording software. I've been using the Elgato HD60 for the last 2.5 years, and I've got to say, it is highly recommended. It can record in excellent quality, it has many features for live streaming, flashback recording and much more, and it's no surprise it's the most popular capture card on the market. For PC gamers, or for those of you that just want to screen record tutorials like I'm doing now, I can highly recommend Marilis Action Screen Recording software. It's got a variety of screen recording modes, multiple saving formats, different settings, and it only costs £25, $30. They also give a free trial mode as well, which I'll put a link to in the video description, but it will watermark your content. For PC gaming and live streaming, I also highly recommend OBS. This is open source software that is free. It's a little complicated to use and get started, but there are many tutorials out here on YouTube. Once you get set up and started, it's actually really easy, and it's one of the best pieces of software you can have. On a side note, both the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 have PVRs, personal video recorders, inbuilt to them. I actually don't recommend using these if you plan on taking YouTube seriously. You want to set the standard high with YouTube, and that's why I also don't recommend any of the cheap capture cards like the Roxio capture card as well. They might be cheaper, they might be easy, but you want high quality content. So the second thing you're going to want to get is some editing software to actually make your videos, and there are hundreds out there to choose from, but I highly recommend Sony Vegas Movie Studio 13. I've used this to edit most of my videos over the last 3 years, and it only costs around £30, $40, and it has everything you need. And not only is it cheap, but there are hundreds of tutorials on YouTube how to use it and how to do certain effects here and there, so definitely check it out. For the Mac users out there, I can recommend Final Cut Pro. I know a lot of YouTubers that use this. It is quite expensive at around £230, $280, but they also offer a free trial, and I believe it's one of the best Mac pieces of software you can buy. Another piece of editing software that I would recommend is Audacity. This is free audio editing software that allows you to remove unwanted background noise, change the pitch of your voice, as well as many cool features. Make sure you check it out, links in the video description. And finally, you'll probably want some image editing software to actually make your video thumbnails. I actually prefer Microsoft PowerPoint. For me, it's easy. I've used it for many years, and as you can see on screen, it allows me to do everything I need. So yeah, it's easy, it's simple, it's what I like. Now then, at this point with those two things, you should have a decent capture card and decent editing software. You can now actually start your YouTube channel and make gaming videos such as montages and such. It's always good to just get started, get involved, start learning, start creating, and you can always improve your gear over time. If you're looking to take YouTube gaming a little bit more seriously, the next important piece of equipment you'll want is a decent microphone. After all, audio is 50% of the video, and this will then allow you to make YouTube commentaries and make things a little bit more personal. First on the recommended list is the Blue Snowball. I had one of these for a few months as my first ever microphone. It's a brilliant little microphone. If you check out reviews on YouTube, you'll find them all to be positive, with it actually being 4.5 star rated on Amazon too. The second microphone on the recommended list is the Blue Yeti microphone. I haven't personally owned one of these, but many of my YouTube friends do. This is another highly rated, highly popular microphone. This one costing more than the Snowball at £110, $135. But the sound quality is much better, and you actually wouldn't even need to upgrade past this point. It's a brilliant microphone. Third on the recommended microphone list is the Audio Technica AT2020. This was the second microphone I owned after my Blue Snowball. It'll cost you around £130, $160 I believe. Not only is this an excellent sounding microphone though, but it's got a fantastic design that is especially nice if you plan on using it with a desk arm mount. One word of advice though, do not buy the XLR cable kit. as you'll then need a phantom power supply box with it as well. It clutters up all of your setup and it doesn't actually sound as nice as the USB condenser version. For those of you that might be wondering, I'm currently using a Samsung G-Track microphone. This costs around £80 in the UK, I believe $100 in the US. It's a decent microphone, especially as it has an input port. So if you're a musician, it's really useful. It has an output headphone port on it as well. It's really quite useful. However, I wouldn't recommend it for YouTube gaming alone because it's really on the heavy side. It can tip most stands, bipods and desk arm mounts. So yeah, I'd probably recommend the Blue Yeti. Along with your microphone, you're going to need some microphone accessories too. Shock mounts are great microphone accessories. Any small knock or even vibration to surfaces touching the microphone stand can be heard through the microphone easily. A shock mount will prevent this interference noise, and they also look pretty cool too. For your microphone, you are going to want to have a pop filter. This takes away any noise if you suddenly exhale onto the microphone, and you can get these for around £5, $8, up to around £20, $30 for the more stylish ones. Just make sure it clips and mounts onto your stand securely. You don't want it falling off. You may also want to consider getting a foam windshield. These cost around £3, $5, and they'll dampen out any background noise. Once again though, make sure it fits your chosen microphone and know that it can reduce the quality of the actual audio depending on your settings and your environment. Next up, if you want to take YouTube gaming a little bit more seriously, you're going to want to get a webcam. This way it adds more personality to your YouTube gaming videos, and it's a highly recommended item if you plan on doing live stream gaming on YouTube or Twitch. There's only one real webcam dominating the market right now, and that's the Logitech C920. It records in 1080 at 29.9 frames per second. It has great autofocus, right light, right sound and zoom features, and it's actually what I'm using right now to record this video. Logitech have recently released the C930 webcam capable of 1080 at 59.9 frames per second. If you want to add even more professionalism to your YouTube videos, you're going to want to invest in some lighting. A good cheap way to start though is to get a decent room bulb. You'll be surprised at how effective a 6500K 1600 lumen bulb can be. Once again, I'm using one right now behind me in my room, and these are actually brilliant because they give off a brilliant white light that's great for when on camera. They've also been proven to help against seasonal affective disorders too. Another option for you girl gamers out there is to get a nice set of fairy lights. This creates a nice soft light and it actually creates a good backdrop too. Another good improvement is just have a desk lamp. I've got one beside me now, as you can see, and it just adds more fill light. Basically, there's less shadows going on in the room, it increases the quality. It's also really good if you're gaming, just have a lamp to illuminate your face a little bit. It doesn't eat the electricity bill, and it's a good little improvement to lighting. And finally, the biggest improvement to improve your lighting would be to get some soft boxes. I'm using one just off to my right just now. Many YouTubers and photographers use them. You can pick up a good pair of soft boxes on Amazon for around £60, $75. Just make sure that the voltage meets the requirements of your house. Do not buy a transformer just for your soft boxes. Also, do not touch the bulbs of the lights as it will kill them, believe me. So if you do get an Elgato HD capture card, you are going to probably want to record the audio of your friends. There are a couple of ways to do this, but one of the cheapest and easiest ways is to get the official Elgato gaming chat link. With this you can record the party chat from your friends, but you will still need a microphone to record your own voice. Next up, if you plan on recording gameplay from a webcam or doing vlogs, you want to consider the backdrop. You want to consider the angle, the colours of the walls, maybe add some posters. It's not necessary, but it does add up. And finally, the last thing you might need for a YouTube gaming channel is some soundproof panels. You can buy soundproof panels online. They come in a variety of colours for a variety of prices. You can even make your own using egg boxes and all sorts. But the only real reason you might want these is if you're playing horror games and shouting really loud and stupidly, if you've got noisy neighbours, or if you live in a noisy neighbourhood too. Well, that's about all the equipment you'll need to make a YouTube gaming channel. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like. If you want to see more tutorials, how-to videos and gaming videos, subscribe to my channel. If you know anyone that wants to make a YouTube gaming channel, make sure you share this video with them. And as always, thanks for watching, and Alpha Mike Foxtrot.